That's our next steps here, right? We're gonna, let me see if this will work for me and not be difficult. Okay, so let's roll down here. Right now, we have a slightly different situation here, okay? We are multiplying in both of them, so we know we're going to need to divide again, except now we are multiplying by a negative number. So the thing is, with these problems, is you're going to do pretty much the same thing with the exception of one very important step. So you're still obviously going to divide by whatever the coefficient is. So if the coefficient's a negative number, we're going to have to divide both sides by a negative number. The only difference is when you do this with an inequality, and this is where it separates it largely from equations. And in fact, it's one of the only things that really separates solving inequalities from equations. When we do this, now what we're going to do is our answer is we're going to take this sign, and you see how it's going. It's a less than right now. We're going to take that and we're going to flip it for our answer. We're going to keep this left stuff still on the left side and keep this right stuff still on the right side, but we're turning that sign around. So now we've got n, and instead of it being n is less than -2, it's n is greater than -2. And then you'll see what I mean when we check our answer, all right? So let's put, so I'm saying in order for this to be true, n has to be greater than -2. So let's put 0 in to the original equation. So let's go -8 times 0, and remember in the original one it's facing this way. And then you get 0 is less than 16, and it's true. And if you didn't flip this, you would have something entirely weird and different that doesn't work. Okay, so that's the big thing with these, is whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number on an inequality, you need to turn the sign the other way. So whichever way it's facing, it just goes the other way. If it's got an equal sign under it as well, like number 11, that still stays part of it, but you turn it the other way. Okay, so now graphing this, we got n is greater than -2. Let's go -2, put an open circle because it doesn't have the equal to, and then it goes like that. All right, let's take a look at 11. Again, on 11, dividing by -15, just like we normally would. And now, because we're doing that, we're going to flip this sign around going the other way. So you get p is now greater than or equal to, and then 15 goes into 90, I believe, 6 times. You have a negative divided by negative, which makes it positive. So p is greater than or equal to 6. So we'll make this 6 right here. We'll put a dot on it, and then we'll draw our line going this way. And then what we'll do is we'll check our answer. So let's try 10. If we put 10 in, I always try to pick like pretty basic numbers. So if I did this right, if I put 10 in, I get -150 is less than or equal to -90, and absolutely, it works. So that's the trick. You do kind of the same thing, but the difference is now you are flipping that sign around, and you only do that when you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number.